Well, welcome to another super cool video from the Goat Shed, EM Pinball Repair Specialists. Today we're about to go into Pastimes Arcade in Girard, Ohio. This is an arcade that will be opening in spring of next year, and they're busy preparing this place as we speak. Now here's Spanky. He's just found a machine from the 30s called Whiz Bang, which was actually made in Youngstown, Ohio, which is the next suburb across from us here. Now I'm going to take you for a walk around this place. It's quite fascinating. It's a huge place. It used to be a supermarket, and it's been converted now to especially suit an arcade, and it's a big arcade too, and you can see all the jukeboxes and everything there. And we're going to walk up here, and there's rows and rows and rows of pinball machines. So as we move along, we can sort of see down the end there's someone working on a game up the end here. We're going to walk up some of the rows to show you what's happening. There's going to be a lot of neon signs go up there on that wall, which aren't quite ready yet. All new air conditioning and everything's been installed. This is the third one of these Williams ringers we've seen. Here's a Chicago coin game. Turf Club. And here we have some of the rows of EM. So here's a rare machine you don't see very often, a jackpot. Oh, it's a Gottlieb game, made probably by the amount of scorers, Italy, I'd imagine. There's a little mobile workshop they've got going here. And here we go. They've got some wood rails. Now, a lot of these machines will be going to the Pinball Expo in Chicago next week. They're taking 110 games. 3 trucks loading 110 games. So that's all pretty interesting. Look at all these classic old games. Sky Jump and Freefall next to each other. Atlantis. Now there's another Atlantis that's got the standard replay unit. We've mentioned this a couple of times. Every Atlantis we've seen has a standard replay unit rather than the half moon credit unit. Now here's a Tiger. Now those of you that follow us in the Goat Shed will know that we repaired one of these about a year or more ago. And it came all the way to us from Townsville in Queensland, which is 2,000 kilometres odd from the Goat Shed. And here's a nice looking one here. This has got very target, big pretty picture of a tiger, a spinner. The only thing it doesn't have is drop targets, but you know, that's okay. Here's Sing Along, lovely example of a game just here. Sing Along. Subway, the Adaball version of Crosstown. Look at that, a Gold Strike. Flying Carpet. A very popular bowling queen from the early 60s. Flipper Pool. Yeah, Adaball of Bankaball, of course. Ice Show. Kings and Queens. North Star. Diamond Jack. And look, this is the first one of these I've seen in the USA. I did briefly see one at York, but everyone knows this is my favourite game, and this is a nice Tropical Isle. Unfortunately, it's not going to go to Pinball Expo. I won't get to see it or play it. But anyway, there's a corral. Like, we're going to be here for a long while, so hopefully this doesn't bore people too much, but anyone who's interested in electromechanical pinballs like I am will be elated to see all this stuff. There's some shoot the hoop games of basketball, jungle safari, a big gun game. Let's have a closer look at that. Oh, look at all the snakes in there. Oh, gee. Look at that. I bet Spanky will get scared if he sees those. Isn't that cool? What a fabulous game. More machines. There's 28 machines in a row So there's going to be 4 rows of electromechanical in here. On beam. Delta Queen. Oh, the old shipmates. Gee, I remember that as a kid. Nice old game. Orbit. Graham and I look after one of those for a guy. The Jetsons. $300, of course, top score is the 2-player version of that. There's a bit of a gap there. Bronco. Goodness me, I couldn't tell you how many of those we've seen in the goat shed. Big Brave. There's New York, you know, so you had the Spirit of 76, Pioneer and New York. Wildlife. Here's a Gemini. Look at them all. Look at them all. There's that many of the damn things. Can't jump over them. Now there's an interesting one. It's and once again it's an Italian machine, a single player card whiz. So it's exactly like a normal 2-player card whiz or a 4-player Royal Flush, but just a single player. Massimo, whatever that means, maybe high score. Star Trek, Royal King, another Hadaball. Come up here, there's a big Space Invaders game. This area over here is going to be the cafe. You'll be able to buy food, drinks, liquor. And we've got a number of gun games up here. A lot of these are going to get prepared, but there's rows and rows of these gun games too. Look at them all. Quite a few gun games. Fantastic, eh? So let's quickly walk up here and just see what else we can see. I guess you can only look at so many machines for so long. There's lots and lots of work going on in here still. PowerPoints everywhere. They've not spared any expense on PowerPoints. Here's an air compressor they've got. And we move over here and we're going to hit more rows of machines. Nice banker ball there. Cover Girl and King Cool. What's this? Midway game. They had some interesting games, Midway. Target Gallery. I don't believe I've seen one of those before. There's another one here. Magic. Looks like it's having some flipper links put into it. Majorettes. We've seen a few majorettes since we've been here. Skydivers. Leisure Isle. That's the nice golden arrow. Where do we start and where do we stop? What do you feel like playing, Spanky? Here we've got, what's that? Chicago Coins Playtime. And a soundstage. Oh, there he is. He's having a look at soundstage. He might be interested in playing that. Now here's a great old game from the 60s, Bally's Hootenanny. From memory, you had to light up the word Hootenanny and things happened. It's sort of got the, you know, like 4 million BC, but it's not the total ball trap. They had the little gates here. When later on 4 million BC, they had the gate out here and things like that. I think we've got a 4 million BC down here. Here's Welfare, Gold Rush, Superstar. I mean, is anyone bored yet? Skill Pool. I haven't even got to the other rows. Look at that. There we go. Oh, here's Rock Makers. Another interesting game from Bally. And here we've got all the, or not all of them, have the styles of the 60s games. These are the ones with the cabinet that stuck out at the front. The biggest complaint was that people could hit their knees here on this area here. So you've got a jungle, highways. We had one jungle at our Pinfest. Viking, darts, Bobo, blackjack, and there's another one, spot pool. Okay. There's Mike Hale over there having a chat to Craig Cashel. He's 21, another Bally game. Look at them all. Let's have a look at a few more. Let's come around here and see. So here are more, older style games. We have, oh gee, the old flying circus. Used to be one of those in the arcade when I was a kid growing up. Lighter card, I think there was one of those too. Alpine Club, this and the Williams 7-Up were two classic games with the carryover feature with the skiers. Alpine Club didn't have as many skiers where 7-Up did. 7-Up came out in December 69, I think. I just can't recall when Alpine Club came out. Might have been 65, I'm not sure. Here's another foreign machine. Here's, there you go, here's John Osborne's Haunted House being prepared. I'm not going to show you a lot of the solid state games because the Goat Shed is more about EM pinball, but I will show you some. I know everyone, or a lot of people like them. Full House, another classic Norm Clark design with the slot machine reels. Great game, Full House. There's the backs of machines they're working on here. Bit of a gap here. More solid state. So this is a pinball machine fanatics paradise, without doubt. I just sort of skipped past. There's Robin Hood. We should stop there. Have a look at Robin Hood, another classic old game. Hot Tip, Bonanza. Yeah, we worked on a Bonanza. A friend of Graham's has a Bonanza. There's a Paddock. Bullfight. Jungle Queen, Jungle Princess. I like $10 for every one of those Graham and I have worked on. Here we go, here's more machines here. Solid state. There you go. Sick of it yet? I'm not. Pit Stop. 4 stars, Pin Up, the Addaball of Kingpin. Look at this giant Sega periscope game. Don't ever recall seeing one of those. And here we have a number of video games. More solid state all the way down there. There's Star Wars we can see. Lots of machines. I think there's 400, I think they said. I'll just check that in a moment, how many there was, or is going to be. Browns. There's another football game here. Addams Family. Now I know that's a popular game, so obviously getting a bit of work done to it. There they go. So look at that. Now let's just come through here. This will be a door that'll be closed to the general public. No one will be allowed in here. But we've been kindly granted an audience in here. There's more machines in storage here that have all got to be worked on and put out in the arcade. Bearing in mind this arcade opens up in spring next year, so that'll probably be about April. Not that far away. I assume that's a Midway helicopter game. Oh, here's another one of Spanky's favourites. The Gay 90s. I'm not sure when Spanky was born. I think he's a bit older than that. What do you reckon, Spank? Yeah, he likes that. So here we go. Just have a look at this workshop. Once again, the general public will not be allowed out the back here, so let's give you a tour while we've got the golden opportunity. So we're going to walk in here and we'll probably see all the workers. So this is all a purpose-built area with LED lighting. It's very bright in here. It's great. I wish the goat shed was this bright, but it's not. Then again, part storage areas. And a workbench that goes all the way up the wall, all the way up the other end. Look at all the parts drawers they've got. It's fabulous, isn't it? And that's not the end of it. There's more. Well, we get pretty technical here when we see an oscilloscope. And there's some test bench there for solid state games for those that are interested. Not sure what type that tests, but tests something. Oh, there's another one. Well, I can tell you what this one tests. It says Williams. Here's another. There are a few of these in existence in Australia that we know of. Our good friend Ken Shipley has one or two of these. There's more parts. So how's that? Someone's working on an Aces and Kings here. See how the benches go right round? And the same over the other side here. Look at here, here's some score reels on a gun game getting special attention by a gentleman. What's your name, sir?
John.
Hi, John. You're going to be on a goat shed video.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, which gun game's this, John?
That's
dogfight. There you go. John's working on a dogfight. There you go. Well, we hope to get it up and running soon, John.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll have her going.
You'll have her going? Yep. Okay, so here's the back of that anyone's ever seen, and down there's where you pull out for the animation and everything like that. We don't see a lot of gun games in the goat shed. They're awkward to keep, take up a lot of space, but then again, we have fixed some. Here's Patrick down here working on a solid state Jurassic Park. There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. There's a Evel Knievel playfield that, I don't know whether it's brand new or looks pretty new.
I think it might even be new old stock.
New old stock, quite possibly. There you go. So we'll walk out of here now and we'll just take you on a little further tour, and on the way out down to, because we've got to move on soon. So it's a privilege to be able to take you around this arcade, Pastimes Arcade in Girard, Ohio. Really big building. So here we go, there's a lot of arcade machines and everything like that. So, how's that? Cool, hey? We're walking through a bit quick here because this is going to be a rather long video. We're already up to 18 odd minutes. So, I think what we'll do now is we'll sign off, and I'll just double check the amount of machines. So Spanky double checked, and there's going to be between 350 and 400 pinball machines and about 150 video games, including games like this, which is a basketball by Sega. Now Graham and I fixed one of these for one of our customers a few years ago. So once again, thanks very, very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And this has been another Goat Shed presentation.